really don't know. I really don't know. I would be, I don't know. I just think that, what are we fighting about? Like, we're not a couple. We are not trying to be a couple. You've moved on. I'm moving on. Like, life is like, we're stuck with each other. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be your kid's grandmother, whether you like it or not. Like, I'm not going anywhere. Even if I die, I'm not going anywhere. I'm their mother. I'm a very strong and valuable force, you know, in their lives. And what's the point of being mad? Mad at what? Like, what are you mad at? We don't have anything to be mad about.
Especially if you both let go of the relationship.
Exactly. And so the other thing is too, I think, and I explained that to him, us having any kind of beef publicly, or people thinking that we have it, perceived beef, it made things harder for me. You know what I mean? Because if it looks like you're not getting along, the fans and the people are automatically gonna side with him. Right? All the invitations are gonna go to his house, right? You won't be included in anything because they feel like they're gotta side with him. So I think
that's so unfair.
It is terrible.
So
it is so unfair.
He probably gets invited to baby showers because they want to invite him. They don't want to invite me. He's probably at bridal showers and everything.
I've had somebody tell me, Claudia, that we love you, we want to work with you, but we're scared because of Kevin.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm like, scared of what? He's never going to work with you ever. What are you scared?
You have a chance anyway.
You don't have a chance in hell to work with him. So I don't understand what you're scared about. And you know, but that's that mentality in Hollywood. Like, we have to pick a certain side.
They do.
And so, you know, when me and him, I did the last episode of House Husbands of Hollywood. He put me on that. So I started telling him, this is where stuff started clearing up too, because I was like, Kev, like the last Netflix special, like before I was getting paid off them jokes, I'm like, none of that money's coming to me anymore. So yeah, stop putting me in the jokes because I just don't like it anymore. So that's when he started realizing like, oh yeah, okay, you're right. So that's when a turning point happened for us. And when I got out of the material more, it became better.
I've heard you mention that you seemingly have a great relationship with Kevin, and I noticed somewhere that he introduced you to Ayanla. Is that true?
Yeah, he did.
So that's a very interesting conversation. I mean, did he bring it up or?
Well, no, I told him I wanted to talk to somebody because I was going through some problems, and you know, I know he can get to anybody. And so I went to him and told him what I wanted to do, and he was like, I got you. I mean, we really, like, if I need anything, that man is always gonna be there for me for life. Like, I mean, and he said that to me, like, you won't have to worry about anything.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I love to hear this. I remember before Kevin really blew up when he came to the Foxhole. And that's in the middle of you guys when it was kind of getting, you know, y'all were having your issues.
Right.
And to see where it went and that it came to this point now. And I think, again, I want to ask the doctor about this, how important it is for the men to put their foot down to protect. We may not be together. I may not rock with you like that romantically, but you are my ex-wife and the mother of my children. So there is a responsibility on the man to make that public declaration without disrespecting his current. But how important is that? Because I think until that's done, it seems like it would have kept going for y'all.
Yeah, I think it's really important in terms of, again, if we're thinking this is about a family, not just about, you know, one of the things I've been thinking about from both of these conversations is a breakup, there's always a grieving, right? It's like it's the death of a relationship. Even if it was a bad relationship, you still got to go through that grieving. You were talking about stepping into the elevator and hearing a song, right? It's like, right? Or a birthday comes up or Christmas comes up. You got to go through all those things. And then there came a time when you looked up and you were through it. So you were through with the grieving, right? And I think sometimes people don't realize that that's what it is. And so they're always in this combat mode, right? But, you know, the thing that I'm really hearing from both of y'all, I'm not in this life. So the idea that, you know, your husband's being famous really blows back on you. It would be really important, you know, because it's about more than just that relationship. It's about, again, your children, right? How they're affected, right? If my children's mom is getting affected by bad publicity, that's affecting my children too.
The child,
So definitely I would need to step up and do something about that.
So maybe when they become as mature as you are.
Old, but
I think that would be a helpful. I'm not being serious. No shade, no tea, no shade. But I think there's something to be said about your maturity level and your mindset about that, because I don't even know if all that has been thought about.
it's
Totally.
You're not there yet.
it's growth.
Not that far. That's pretty far. That's good. That's like
Because honestly, one tweet
that's
from these
kumbaya
people can
level of getting
really
along. He got some-
make your lives miserable or change things, right? One tweet, one post from these men
would help.
would
Oh
help. Would
my
help you.
God.
Because before I met you, I heard
That's amazing. That's really funny. I've
It's true.
actually said that.
one tweet. Before I met you, I heard the stories about it, and then I met you, and we've hung around each other, and you're nothing like what they try to put out about you. You're so difficult, and the issue, it's not that. It's you're dealing with the wrath of fans, and then a person that may not be as willing when you wanted them to, and when they should have, to put that out there and stop it. It's like when you see a celebrity that has crazy rabid fans and you see them attacking people and you don't put your foot down, you're letting it happen.
That's true.
You are co-signing that behavior until you defend.
Well, then I think in their case, to their defense, the position is, I didn't know it. I didn't see it. I don't pay attention. I'm like, you pay attention.
Everyone sees it.
You pay attention.
Everyone
not
does
in a
see
hole.
it. Yeah, but that's like going back to what Tameka's saying, maturity. And you know, sometimes they may not, in that instance, want it to do it. You know, especially if you're going through
suffer.
a breakup. Yeah, you know, and that's just human nature. I hate to say it, but it's human nature. But you know, as you do get older, because it did happen with us, the more we both got more mature and understood what we were really doing it for, that's when it started changing.
So blending your future family, so to speak, and I know oftentimes it's on the woman to have to deal with, okay, he's moved on, and certainly you have very public exes, but you know, do you ever face men that you may be dating being intimidated by who your ex was, or
Hate it.
not feeling like, okay, I know this is gonna be good. We need to unpack
Yes.
this. Like, but feeling as if they can't necessarily really build with you because of this other individual, and what do you have to do to, offset that?
Well, I've dealt with it with men saying, man, when I get rich, I'm coming for you, Tori, or, like, dang, I don't make enough. I'm like, did I ask you for your money?
Right.
Did I bring up money? I don't
Mine's
get
like,
that.
I can't dance, but did I ask you to dance? Did I ever
Right.
say anything about? No, I've heard that even in
Yeah.
the gym. Like, oh, I know who your ex is. I know who. I mean, like, if you don't calm down,
Right.
we'll call security.
Imagine I'm trying to tell a joke, and
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
yeah, that didn't hit. Sorry.
They
That's a
like,
bomb.
You're no Kevin.
I mean, it's just that kind of stuff is just really just bad. But if that guy does something like that, I'm like, yeah, you're already
corny.
turning me off. So it is kind of difficult.
Dear men,
Yeah.
dear men, we're not looking for our exes in
Right.
any of you. We're not. We
And
just
another thing,
be yourself.
Yeah, and the misconception is I date short men. That was one time. So
I don't date
if you're
young men.
tall, I like you too. That was one time. It just happened. That
They
was
think
one
I only
time.
like young men.
Well, that's Tori now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Tori
I
like the
like
young
them
men.
young,
I don't-
old.
well, I just mean this
I
'cause
mean, but younger because they can keep up with my energy
son,
because
I'm just
I'm very young. Have very young energy. So that's usually
We
what
don't
comes.
like young men, sons' ages. Okay, just for the record.
So speaking of maturity and speaking about your exes being mature and finally getting to that point and hopefully and still working on it, have y'all been able to be on that level of maturity to speak and have a relationship with your ex's current woman, wife?
What's that phone call like?
Well,
Or FaceTime?
we had a relationship and then something got said in the media and then it just went all bad and from there it's just non-existent right